Hello children, today we are going to discuss very important question of miscellaneous exercise question number 16. Actually these questions maximum times repeats in the examination paper. So I am explaining to you this question. Question 16. If cos y equals to x cos a plus y, it is given to us, then we have to prove that dy by dx equals to cos square a plus b upon sin a. So in this question, how we can prove this part? So maximum student will say, sir, first of all we should write down this term like this one is given to us, you should write down this one, and then you should differentiate it one with respect to dy by dx. So obviously you may find to the result. I am not saying to you that once you may find or you may not find this result, but if you will directly do the differentiation of this one with respect to x, then you may get the result or may not be. I am not sure about that one, but I am just explaining you here one simple process for finding such type of the problems. That means cos y equals to x cos a plus y. You should self adjust to something. You should put this right term to the left side and left term to the right hand side. That means x cos a plus y equals to cos of y. Then you should calculate x, value of x from here. So x equals to cos y upon cos of a plus y. So in this question you should always remember to this one. That means on the left hand side you should put always x, and after that on differentiating both sides with respect to y. Although it is dy by dx, but you should differentiate with respect to y. So dx by dy equals to, here is u upon v method is there, therefore quotient rule will be implemented. So this one cos a plus y whole square of this one, then cos of a plus y will remain as it is. You will differentiate of cos y differentiation of cos y equals to minus sin y, then minus, implement minus sign, then this function will remain as it is, and you will differentiate cos of a plus y. Cos of a plus y, derivative of cos of a plus y minus sin a plus y. Since you are differentiating with respect to y, so derivative y equals to 1. Here again the derivative y equals to 1. So this one dx by dy equals to cos of a plus y into minus sin y minus cos y into minus sin a plus y upon cos of a plus y whole square. Further you can write down to this term dx by dy equals to, this one is minus will be positive and this one will be negative. So I am taking this term first and this term to the second place. So this can be written as sin a plus y into cos y. I have mentioned at the beginning of this one, and the second terms I am considering to this one. This one will be minus cos a plus y into sin y. So you can easily think here sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Both a's are same, and this b is at the place of b, this is y. So you can easily think here one formula that you have already studied in previous class, 11th class, sin, I think that is sin a minus b. What is the formula of sin a minus b? Sin of a minus b equals to sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. The same formula is implemented here, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. This gives us sin a minus b. At the place of a you can write down a plus y. At the place of b you can write down y. So y will be cancelled by this y, and this gives us sin a upon cos square a plus y. Now you should compare it with this result. So dy by dx equals to, but here is dx by dy. Okay, that is reciprocal is there. This one is cos square a plus b. Cos square a plus b also is there, but it is in the denominator. Sin a is there, sin a is also there, but it is here in denominator, but here is in numerator. So you should reciprocal to this one. After reciprocaling to this one, dx by dy can be written as dy by dx. So obviously it will be reciprocal. That means cos square a plus y upon sin of a. So this was our required result. So now hence proved. So children, you should try to understand this problem. This problem many times repeated in the examination paper. You should do the more practice of this question. Sometimes it may change value here. Cos x, cos y, in the place of cos y will be replaced by sin, and sin will be replaced by cos. So if you have to prove such type of the problems, 2-3 problems are there, then first of all you should calculate x and then you should differentiate with respect to y, and after that you have to reciprocal the question. So I hope it is clear to one and all. So this is very important question. Again one more question is there, that is this one part. In this part, given x equals to a cos t plus t sin t, y equals to a sin t minus t cos t, you have to find out d2y by dx square at t equals to pi by 4. Actually in your book it is not mentioned t equals to pi by 4, but I have mentioned here because many times it is asked to you. That means find the double derivative. You have already completed question based on the double derivative, but here you have to find out double derivative at t equals to pi by 4. So as usual method you will use the previous method. That means here you have to find out the dy by dx. So you know dy by dx equals to dy by dt into dt by dx. This is parametric function. T is there. So this is the parametric function. So dx by dt as usual method you will do. A is constant, it will remain here as it is. Then here you may apply the simple formula. Cos t derivative of cos t is equals to minus sin t. Here two functions are there, therefore product rule will be implemented there. That's why I have implemented here middle bracket. First function as it is, second derivative second sin t cos t plus second function as it is derivative first function t 1. That means after simplification of this one, a will remain as it is, this will be minus sin t plus, we are opening this bracket with the plus sign, so sign will not change, t cos t plus sin t. Sin t will be cancelled. That means dx by dt equals to at cos t. Is it okay? Now you will calculate dy by dt. What is dy by dt? Y is this one, so you will calculate dy by dt. Same process, a will remain as it is, derivative of sin t will be cos t minus, here we will implemented the middle bracket because here we have to apply the again product rule. So if this first function as it is, second function derivative of cos t will be minus sin t plus cos t will remain as it is, derivative of the first function will t. Then after solving, after removing the bracket, a will remain as it is, cos t. Here is the minus sign, so we will apply the minus sign inside this bracket. The sign will change, it will be minus plus t sin t minus, it is plus, so it will be minus cos t, and cos t will be self adjust. This gives us a sin t. So this gives us a sin t, I have mentioned here. So from first, second and third, first one was this and second was this and third one was this one. From the first, second and third, dy by dx equals to, you will put the value of dy by dt. So what is the dy by dt is this one, dy by dt value is at sin t, this one at sin t. And what is the value of dt by dx? That means the reciprocal, here the reciprocal value of this one is 1 upon at cos t, 1 upon at cos t. 80 and 80 will be cancelled out. This gives us sin t upon cos t. So this gives us tan t. One more important thing I want to tell you, if you have to calculate the dy by dx double derivative, then always the value of dy by dx will come maximum chances, in maximum cases, either in tan t, cot t, tan t by 2, cot t by 2, or t may be replaced by theta. So this is the same result. Here you will get the same result. And one more important thing, you should always simplify dy by dt in such a way that it always give you either tan t, cot t, tan theta by 2, cot theta. That is simple term or single term. If it is giving more than this term, then I think you have to further simplify that one. Okay, so now you have to find out the double derivative. So we are moving on the next slide. Okay. So you have to calculate the double derivative. Where we have calculated the double derivative at this one. Yes, double derivative is where is the double derivative? We have calculated this part. I think we have not calculated that part. Let's wait. Yes. Okay. Slide is there. That means dy by dx equals to 10t. Then again differentiating to this one, d2y by dx square, this gives us 10t. Derivative of 10t is equals to secant square t, and dt. And one more important thing, since you are here is t and you are differentiating with x, so this gives us dt by dx. So secant square t into dt by dx, and you know very well in the previous part dx by dt was at cos t, but it is the reciprocal dt by dx, so 1 upon at cos t. At will remain as it is, and secant cube t, this cos will go to the upper part, this gives us cos cube t. Now you have to find out at d2y by dx square at t equals to pi by 4. So you should put the value of t, that is pi by 4. So after putting the value of pi by 4, this gives us sec pi by 4 whole cube, 1 upon a into pi by 4. And what is the value of sec pi by 4? You know sec pi by 4 equals to cos pi by 4, reciprocal of cos pi by 4, that is 1 upon 2 under root 2 under root 2, that is under root 2 cube. So this gives us 4 will go to upper part, numerator 4 upon a pi into root 2 cube equals to 2 root 2. This gives us 4 to the 8 root 2 upon a pi. So this one is the answer of this question. So tomorrow we will discuss the rest part, and I think it is clear to you, all of you. So in this question you have to be very careful putting the values of this one. Sometime he may ask you the value, calculate d2y by dx at t equals to pi by 3. He may give you different values, and then you have to find one important thing. Just I want to tell you, maximum students commit the mistake at this part, so you should underline to this part, but maximum students forget to write down this one. So you should always do very carefully, because you are differentiating with respect to x. Here is t, so you dt by dx must be written by you. So now this is for today all. Thank you very much.